Welcome back to the flowing state of BJJ, where we talk about all things jiu-jitsu. And today is going to be a special one. We're talking about fake moves in jiu-jitsu, stuff that just doesn't work. And today, the format's a little bit different. So something that you guys might not be aware of is we have a behind-the-scenes technical guru who helps us keep everything together whilst we're on this side of the camera. But today, off screen, we were talking about this topic, and Omar, who's gonna argue the case against fake moves. And in his corner is the forever present Tubzi. And for some reason, I've been put out in a corner versus these two. So let's get started. Tubzi, have you got any opening remarks?
Okay, so the bout is between me and Umar today versus Coach Babar on a very controversial topic because it's been going on for about 2-3 weeks now and the debate has just been getting heated. I feel like I'm in the middle of it because I'm like causing civil war between the Rahim and Alam family. So we're just going to settle it today. No rolling, just words. So we have an argument here that certain moves are BS, they're fake, they don't work, they're low percentage. The argument against is that there's certain scenarios that they do work and certain scenarios that they don't work. Does that make a move BS or that you shouldn't try it? Umar is an advocate, as I am, for that there's certain scenarios that make moves work. Now, over to you, Umar. What is your definition of a move that is BS or it doesn't work?
So, if a move requires solely on pain or discomfort or lacks any lacks fundamentals, then it's a BS move. So, I say that moves like your omoplata, your gogo plata, your Chirico plata, twister, all these moves are, yes, I'll admit they're low percentage, but that does not make them BS because they have technique, tried and tested technique behind them. Whether they were done in the last 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, does not matter. They have been done at high level, tested against people.
So Umar's come with his gun loaded today. As you can tell, he's fired off. I hope Coach Babar's got his shield. I'm sure he's got a Gatling gun ready to fire off as well. But before he does, Coach, can you tell us a quick definition of what your standard is for a BS move?
Of course I can. So before we get into that, we always leave this bit to the end. So let's put it right at the start. If you're enjoying our content, make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell all your family, tell extended family, send it to Pakistan. Make sure they like and subscribe it. We'll give them a VPN if you want, whatever. Share the word. We want to try getting as many subscribers as possible. I don't know what that does to the algorithm, but people say it does something. So whatever it does, we want that to happen.
And I think on there as well, we don't want all our watchers to be messaging us on WhatsApp and saying, yeah, this was great, that was great. Leave comments in the section, below the videos.
Yes.
We can get we can get on the wave, and start growing the channel. We need you guys to support us. We have a lot of followers who don't subscribe. We come to the gym, we see people in the parks, they're watching, they're coming up to us and so on. We're not viral yet, we're just domestic. But please try leave your comments in the section below on any of the topics that we discuss. You can still WhatsApp us, but we'd prefer it if it's on YouTube. So back to the bout today, which is round one. Coach, can you give us your definition of a BS fake move?
So fake moves are moves that are not proven at a high level. And when I say not proven, they happen super scarcely, right? Like once in the past year, because there's too many steps. The counters to them are too easy, just straighten your leg. The technique takes an 18-step precision step-by-step guide, one of them DIY IKEA catalogs, to be able to get to the end and you realize you're missing a screw. Is that sort of scenario? Like you've done all. Tarico Plata is not a high-level move. It's happened twice. Once of them was on Tarico Plata. on Tariq. So like, how is that a high level move? And when it did happen on Tariq, he tapped before the Tariq platter came on. He tapped before. He tapped whilst he was in side control. How he didn't even get to the Tariq platter? He needed 6 more steps. So how is this? How is that a legit move?
6 more steps. He was practically there. Tariq just tapped because, and after, if you watch the video, Tariq laughs at his opponent, like saying fair play. And it shows that the opponent surely respects the move if he even tried to attempt it on the guy who made it. So that's a void argument there.
It's not a void argument. The gap in skill between Tynan Dralpa and Tariq Platter is huge. Nobody doubts that. So he could have done any fake move on him that he wanted. Right? He could have, if he wanted, put a twister on him. He couldn't have stopped him. Right? He could have pulled his ear and submitted him if he really wanted, like a child.
A BS move because that is solely pain.
Okay. My point being, the skill gap was so high, he could have done what he wanted. But when we're talking about two high level competitors that are at the same level, the moves that are these low percentage, and I'm claiming fake moves, just don't happen out in the wild because the skill level is the same and the moves are just not worth doing because the ability to get them just doesn't happen.
Doesn't that just mean that the defense or the counter to that particular move is well known, is a move that's commonly used in certain comps, or it's highly focused on? Like, for example, when there was a craze about heel hooks and so on, people focus solely on defense. Maybe because a move like a Tariq platter or a twister, for example, is not widely used, the defense is not so great. So
I see your point, but it's rubbish. And the reason why your point is rubbish is, right, the moves that we know that are fundamental, not rubbish moves. Let's talk about them for a second to debunk this ridiculous theory you just put forward, Tubzi. Right? Is that if you know the moves coming, you can defend it in some sort of concept, right? Rear naked choke is the most successful, tried and tested move in the world, forever and a day. Even when heel hooks came along, ADCC still had rear naked chokes as number one. Right? IBJJF Pro, all of them, rear naked choke is consistently the number one choke. Right? Why don't we just defend it?
So if a move doesn't work at high level, and I know we use it, your argument is that the standard that you're using is that if it doesn't work at ADCC, Nogi World, like you mentioned.
I'm talking about professionals, so people who are getting paid, not people who are paying to be there.
Are people who get who?
That's the definition, though, isn't it?
It's your definition.
Okay,
that's your.
Okay, so let's play this back, right? So we're in side control top, yeah. We have the arm isolated. You have a choice. Now you're either gonna go Tariq platter or armbar. What are you gonna do?
Depending on the situation, all right?
Now you have the choice to do both right now. You have one.
Depends on the reaction.
You have one step to armbar, right? How many steps do you have to go to Tariq platter?
You need to go to a Kimura,
Okay, so
right?
one step.
Which is a tried and tested move.
But why don't you finish the Kimura?
Because
Oh no, let's
you
not
always,
finish it. Okay, next step.
You always want to
Your next
bring it.
step.
Always, as you say, get your legs involved when you can because it's stronger than the upper body.
Okay,
Right?
cool.
So you get your legs involved. You get your legs involved.
Okay, I'm
Now
gonna
you-
answer that point over there.
Now you
Go on.
finish the Tariq platter. But that wasn't my.
Okay, no. So you got 2 more steps after you had a straight arm,
Or one more step in a Kimura.
1 more step in a Kimura. So you could either 1 more step finish it,
And as
or
someone-
no, let me bring
as
my legs
someone-
involved.
As someone who's preaching earlier today, to always go to double unders when you're attacking the back to establish control before you do a rear naked choke.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on. Your point being?
Adding steps into moves isn't an issue.
No, but if you're at the point of submission, adding steps now is ridiculous.
Being on someone's back, right, and isolating an arm and all that, you agree with it, right? It's a good idea.
Being on someone's back and isolating an arm. Explain yourself.
So Danaher's whole straight jacket system,
Fantastic.
even though it's extra steps when you're on someone's back already.
No, but are you at the point of a submission? Even Danaher says when you're applying the straight jacket system, yeah, and I can show you the DVD. If the guy at any point raises,
Watching it 3 times is so boring.
I've watched it all. Right? If whilst applying the straight jacket system at any point the chin rises, right, abandon everything, apply the choke.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
So going to your point that you said, the example that you gave was your side control top. You've you've got isolated the arm.
Far side arms isolated. You've pulled him off the side now. Right? Now you can step over to do the armbar.
Okay, so let's say if the bottom player defends that particular submission, and then
To make it relevant, we have to specify the defense, right? So to make it relevant to this particular Tarico Plaza situation, he bends his arm right towards his legs.
okay,
And you're in that Kimura position.
The Kimura position, you stepped over the head, you're about to go for the armbar. I'm giving you, okay, he defends himself, right? So you haven't been fast enough in bringing your hips round. He defends it by turning his hand. So his arm was straight, now his arm's bent towards his legs.
you're going for the Kimura now.
So now you're going to lock your hands for the Kimura, right?
Let's say he defends that.
How? You got to be specific. How is he defending it?
You're the black belt, I don't know.
No, you said he's going to defend it.
It doesn't matter. Hold his hands together, for example.
He holds his hands together. Cool, no problem. So now, instead of putting your knee on his thigh and lifting up and turning and doing all of the standard Kimura things, right? Now you're going to start stepping over.
Yeah. What's the issue? What's the issue?
Now you're going to start. The issue
Is on this, right, is that if in that particular position you've isolated the arm and you're going for the arm bar, but he's defended in the way you said, and then you step over, you go for the isolate the Kimura arm, he defends in whatever way he does, but it causes you to realize that he is defending that particular submission, so you have to go to the Tarico platter. So if the sequence takes you down to the Tarico platter, what's wrong with that? That doesn't mean it's BS.
As being someone, right, since in the club who's always been one of the lighter people, right? I've been overtaken odds. There's much more light people than me in the gym now. But as one of the lighter people, right, I can attest to getting to someone's arms, an armbar, right, and trying to break that grip. Right, against the 90 kilo guys, 100 kilo guys, 110 kilo guys, right? Trying to break that grip is really hard, right? Even doing the mechanical where you take the hand to wrist and you fall, some of them are shoulder to the side of my torso, right? You can't break them. So adding the legs in to finish a Kimura because pinning the arm and pulling is just not working doesn't seem like a bad idea to me. I don't know what the flaw with it is.
Before you do, if I can, so the point is that in the context of everything, you might be going down a sequence that you have to do a Tarico platter. So does that mean it's BS? Situational.
Bro.
What are you going to come at us now with? Huh?
Smokers.
I'm going to explain you why this was.
It's not fair, guys. We've got a pre-white belt, a purple belt, and a 25 years in the game guy. But yeah, it's okay.
Watch instructionals to sleep.
So why this is absolutely ridiculous, and we're going to explain it, right? So the scenario here, this this magical scenario where the only option is the Tarico platter, right? So he's come up to this position. So, all right, Umar, since you quoted before a mantra that I have, right, I'm going to ask you for another one, right? If you have the choice here between a choke or an armbar, which one do you choose?
Joke.
Yeah, choke all the time. Okay. Now, so that's one thing that I want you to just remember, because I'm going to come back to it to answer something that you said, Tubzi. But let me first, before we do that, let's debunk the first thing that Umar said, because he brought factors into the argument that are not really factors, right? So the factor you brought in was of someone being significantly heavier and significantly more stronger.
Just to put the question forward that I had, which is what's so bad about using the legs?
Cool, no problem. And I never said there's anything wrong about using the legs. What I'm saying is the Tarico platter is a rubbish move. I'm not saying using the legs is bad, because I'm about to use the legs. But I'm about to use them in a tried and tested, more significant, scientifically proven, works at high level competition. That's how we're going to use them. Not in some works in the gym, gi only, ridiculous, flip, bang your head on the floor, maybe it works, doesn't work.
So the verb guard doesn't work.
The worm guard doesn't work. Of course it
You
works.
just said gi, just in the gym.
So just to clear the standard here, because coach is setting the standard, that the standard to ascertain if a move is BS, that it needs to work at high level, your ADCC, your Nogi Worlds. Are we including IBJJF?
IBJF, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so this is the standard. Okay.
Okay. Polaris, WNO. Basically, what I'm saying is in professional, high-level sports.
Okay. Not by white belts in the gym.
Yeah, because anything works then. And looking at them on the top. So, going back to this Tarico Plata scenario, yeah. So, now what you're going to have to do in this scenario, the guy's pointing his arm down and he clasps his hands together. Yeah. Now, if you go to what submissions have been shown to work at a high level, right? Tarico Plata, maybe 2 in the last couple of years. That's round about fair where we're talking about.
Maybe more.
Probably less. Probably less. More I don't know about. So Kimura's, they're probably higher than a Tarico Plata, right? Adam Wazinski, that was an Americana. Okay, but like you probably get them higher if you're in that particular situation, Tubzi, where the guy's on his side, he's got his hands clasped. Would you not sit through for a triangle, a side triangle?
Yeah, but you probably would. But
Are your legs involved?
Yeah, that's a fair point, but you're missing the point here. What I think what both of us made.
I answered both points.
You did
very specifically.
But the point that I'm making is, I'm not saying that there isn't better options to go to rather than a Tarico Plata. I'm in agreement. That is a probably higher percentage to finish the triangle in that position. But what if you got to a position where it led you down to a Tarico Plata? Can it be finished?
So here's the thing though, right? What you're talking about is a made-up hypothetical Cloud9.
No, but it can happen.
No, it's a genuine question though. He has,
No, hang on a second. I'm answering it, man. Let me answer it. Right. The scenario you did and the reason why I made sure I got specifics from you, right, is now we're in a very specific. You can't say, oh, what if anymore? Because I asked you for specifics, which way was the arm bent, and then you added, he clasped his hands. So we're in a very specific position here now, right?
Yeah.
So if we're in this very specific position, let's apply specific moves. Would you now get the Tarico Plata and step your leg over, right, and then potentially fall down? That guy builds head height and you've lost everything. Or would you step your knee through,
Go for a triangle.
and go for the reverse triangle?
No.
Because now what happens, and here's why you would. Here's why you would, right? If you step through to that triangle and get a side triangle, you put the guy in a dilemma. Right? First thing, he can't build head height anymore because he's in a triangle. Second, if he doesn't unclasp his hands, the triangle's there. Yeah.
If he does the arm bars there.
And if you did, you go back to the Kimura. If you go for the Tarico Plata, right, and instead of falling or staying on top and turning, you fall to the side, he builds head height, there is a chance that in the scramble, he's going to escape. Yeah. So now why would you risk that? Do the low percentage, it hasn't, so it's been done on the world stage, but not consistently, versus doing something which works in gi, works in no gi, works at low level, works at high level, works best in the world, worst in the world, tried, tested, proven again and again.
But what you've done there is you said if you do one move and do it wrong and you do another move and do it right, the one that you do right is gonna work.
No, but I'm saying if you do the one, even if you do it wrong, you have the Americana there, the Kimura there anyway. You have two options. Yeah. You still have alleys to go by, and worst case scenario, you end up on top.
Okay, and because we're working with a very specific situation, right? Which when I said I'd go for the reason you go for the Tarico Plata is you involve your legs, right? How on earth are you gonna get your legs around a guy who's like 110 kilos? It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna triangle him.
Okay, we will bring weight advantage and disadvantage in a second. But let's go high level competition first, because you don't go high level competition and start going to the absolutes straight away.
But that was the situation we were talking about, though, right?
Situation you added in the spice afterwards. Once you realize you were getting smoked.
No.
This is getting heated.
Let's do one thing at a time.
You picked one part of my situation. My situation was the guy's bigger than you, hold his hands together.
Yeah.
But it's
And
still,
then you kept the hands together bit, and you forgot the bit where he's bigger.
Okay, let's keep the guy bigger. Like you put your legs around him and he puts you on your back and gets up. What are you gonna do?
But now I'm underneath. That's fine.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
The majority of people are not fine underneath the bigger guy.
So
So now
talking against me. I'm doing the Tarico Plata. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, I'm underneath.
No, you've bought this about you. It wasn't about you. It was about fake people at high level. You bought it about you. I didn't say you at any point.
Back to high level people.
so if your point is that from this whole sequence, there's better go-tos than a Tarico Plata.
Not only better go-tos, better go-tos,
Higher percentage.
which are higher percentage, involve the legs, work against bigger people.
That's fine. But just because something is low percentage, does that really make it BS?
That's the fundamental definition of it being BS.
Still
It's not
work.
though, right? Because
It can still
if
work.
you do the same thing, right, where you're attacking someone's back, on someone's back.
Okay, we're on
Now
someone's back now.
you have a choice, right? To do, you can do an RNC or you can switch
Do you know
off.
what this feels like? Shall I tell you what this feels like? This feels like in Speaker's Corner, right? When you can't beat me on a point, so you just are skipping all over the place.
He's running. He's running. He's running.
I'm answering every
He's like the
question.
preachers.
No, so if you go on RNC and so on, you take in the back, you go on RNC, right? Now you have two options.
You got the R and you're in.
No, you not all the way in.
Okay,
right?
so we're fighting for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a dilemma here, right? You can either go for RNC or you can switch it off to an armbar
Or your triangle.
or rear triangle. All these things you can do,
Yeah.
right? Or you can go down to banana splits,
Yeah.
which you can do, right? Just because from the back the armbar is a low percentage move,
I'm not classing the armbar as a low percentage.
as a lower percentage move finish than the RNC on the back.
Yeah, but here we're talking about the most hype, the number one finish and the number two finish.
No, but the point's the same though. The concept's the same.
The
Because what he's
The concept is
it is the same because you are saying from those particular moves, from the isolating the arm from top side control, that there's a whole branch, and at the bottom of the branch is a trico platter, but there's better go-tos. And what he's saying is that when from taking the back, an RNC, reverse triangle, and an armbar is bottom of the branch, which is low percentage. So it's the same concept.
So you're making it sound like the same concept.
No, it is. We beat it with that one.
I'm gonna
It's the same concept.
I'm gonna explain to you why
It's the
not.
same concept, isn't it?
Okay, stop celebrating just yet. Just wait. Celebrate in a second.
We got him black belt. What black belt?
Okay.
What black
so
belt?
Let's see if you're celebrating after this, right? So what you're saying here, right? So what you're saying here, right, is you've got a move here, right, which is one of the top three. So we're talking about, we're in that Kimura position now. We're going back to that, and I'll come back to your rear naked choke position in a second. Don't worry, I'm not going to ignore it. Right? So we're in this. I'm going to call it the Trico platter position just for you. I'm going to give you that, right? So now you can go for what is classed as the third most successful submission.
Tomorrow. Okay, go. Yeah, Americana finish. Yeah. Yeah.
We no doubt the triangle.
Yep.
Versus
According to your stats.
versus that has worked.
Okay, then. Go for it.
So now you're trying to apply number 1,000
Okay.
triangle stats.
Is there that many submissions?
No, there's not.
So
You have to be correct with your facts, brother.
So your concept was correct. You're going to see that in the next.
Hypothetically, yes.
So let's bring you back from, right? You're going from real naked choke to number one in a lot of competitions, and we're talking IBGF, no, not someone in heights. Number one, dropping off the
Right.
How is that?
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back.
So your argument is that my concept versus my concept versus your concept, or our concept versus your concept, is that in our concept example, we have given you 3 highest percentage moves, as opposed to the previous concept about the 3 platter had so low percentage that they don't stand against each other.
They're not even in the same.
But that's not an argument, though.
That is fundamentally that.
Then, okay.
No, but that doesn't.
If we're gonna play that, if we're gonna play in that thing, right, which I feel like is a clutch at straws, but
I agree. He's clutching at straws.
So if we go back to the Kimura sequence, then what are your best finishes there are from there? So we're not gonna step off and go back to side control and all that boring stuff. We want finishes. Well, how do you finish? So you got your reverse triangle, Kimura dilemma, right? And then what are your other sequences you can go to?
Why do I need other sequences when I've got them almost like within the top 5 submissions?
Because every move has a defense.
And I'm putting you in a dilemma of
Every move has a defense.
two that are directly contradictory. So either you can defend the.
You don't even get to the reverse triangle.
Well, you don't get to the reverse triangle.
Side triangle.
You don't get to it.
Yeah. Now what?
Now you kill your own argument.
How's that killing my own argument?
You don't get to the Trico platter.
Why you can get to a Trico platter without going to reverse triangle? Side triangle.
But if you're in that position where you've got the Kimura on, they've locked their hands, and you're saying to me, I'm not allowed to go to reverse triangle.
I'm not saying you're not allowed to, I'm saying you can't.
And I'm saying you can't go to triple platter.
No, in the podcast.
You can't suddenly just make up scenarios that theoretically not true.
I'm simply just asking, what are your rankings of subs from there? And you're saying, I'm not giving you them because I'm so good, I'm going to get the person's so good, they're going to get the number one.
So I'm saying I'm giving you two options. You're saying them two options are not there. And the counter to my two options are your options, which is one option, which is harder to get to, requires more balance, more
the 3D cups are harder to get into the side triangle.
Require more balance.
Okay, requires more balance because the side triangle requires you to flop over.
So the answer is yes.
But just because the side triangle relies you to fall over doesn't mean the other one's hard requires loads of balance.
I didn't say loads of balance, I just said more balance.
Of course it relies more balance.
And there you go. So you require more skill to do one than the other. But
because no skill, balance. Balance is not equal to skill.
More attributes. Huh?
No, more athleticism even.
Not athleticism.
Can you define it then, Umar? Not athleticism. It's not skill.
No, it's balance. It's balance.
It requires more balance.
Yeah.
So one, you need more. We're not defining what balance is. Okay, no problem. It requires more balance than the other one. So you're saying the easier one, I can't get to.
No, one requires more balance.
One
requires more balance. One requires more skill.
Which one requires more skill?
The side triangle Kimura dilemma.
So I'm going to walk you into any white belt class in the world,
right?
And I'm going to ask the white belt to do a triangle, and then I'll ask them to do a trico platter, and let's see which one they get.
I can do a trico platter.
If you show them both, if you
just lay there, let me do it.
Exactly. There you go.
I can do it if you lay there.
So
on the white belt, I think
I'm talking about
high level
base knowledge. No, white belt.
No, we were talking about high level a second ago. Now we're going back to base level.
No, but
he's lost argument.
You're saying one requires more skill.
He's running. He's done.
You're saying one requires more balance than another. Then you're saying
you said that.
You said that. He's running. He's done. This is over.
You said.
And you agree one requires more balance than the other.
Sure.
Okay. So why are you saying that the one that requires less balance is I can't do that, but the one that requires more balance?
Because as we already agreed, it's more technical move.
The side triangle. The triangle.
The side. I don't know who agreed that. We record the way
you said
side triangle.
So you said
higher percentage.
Higher percentage doesn't mean it requires more skill.
Okay, but it does.
There was an assumption there.
It is an assumption. It's a fact.
It doesn't assumption.
I think it does.
I side to even get somebody. So okay, I'm gonna put them in a position and I'm gonna give my dilemma, and then if they choose one option, I'm gonna do the other. If they do another option, I'm gonna choose the other. That requires skill. Imagine telling a white belt, I need you to roll, and I need you to put the guy in a dilemma or a trilemma. They're gonna look at you like, what on earth are you on about? Whereas if you say,
what you've just done there, right, is you've undone everything we've just done. Because what we're saying as the premise of our argument was you're in top side control. You pull the guy's shoulder off the floor. He defends it. So then now you do X off the defense, then they do Y, and now we do X. So we're going down the chain anyway.
Yeah.
So why is the chain now stopped because of my moves that I pick versus it doesn't stop when you pick a move?
Does a side triangle and a Kimura dilemma require more steps than a trico platter does?
To get into the dilemma,
no,
it
doesn't.
No.
Slide the leg under, catch the tricep.
No, I don't need to slide the leg under. I'm already stepped over his head.
Okay, and you lift him off.
So the scenario, let's go through the scenario.
You're gonna fight the leg under.
Let's go to the scenario again. We play both of them. Let's go through the scenario again. We play both of them, right? So in side control,
right?
I pull the shoulder off them. I've got the underhook. I pull the shoulder off.
So the other top players, you're gonna have to make sure it makes sense.
Okay.
I'm trying to follow.
Okay. So you pull
from my limited knowledge.
Yeah.
Right.
You step over his head.
Right.
Yeah.
We get to because he defends, so we
you
get
got Kimura. Yep.
Yeah. So in this Kimura, now we have the decision of whether we go trico platter.
Yeah.
So now my leg that's in front of him, he's facing my leg, is either going to come up and go over the leg,
across,
right?
Yeah,
or is going to come up and go between his arms.
Right.
Yep.
That's the difference.
And then from there you have to readjust because
to fall down
when you taught
we fall down now.
Right.
Okay. Are we falling down yet or not?
Yeah.
Okay, we're falling on our side. No problem.
Now you catch the tricep.
Okay, now it depends, right?
Extend the bottom leg and do all the adjustment, and then you make
cross the legs fundamentally.
You need to catch the tricep and then extend your leg, and then you had to show everyone how to extend the leg because it's like a weird motion, and you recross your legs, and now you do the triangle.
That's got more steps in it than the Tarico platter.
How does that have more steps than the Tarico platter, which is you throw your leg over and you roll, right? And now we don't have to do any more readjustments. Just keep on going and you get it up.
Okay, so the answer to this is quite easy. Right? Which one's got more in AGCC?
No, but that's not. He's lost. He's lost.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
I'll answer your point more directly. Right? So when you fall and you cross your legs, yeah, is the guy in the dilemma already?
Is there a dilemma?
Yeah.
Is there a dilemma?
He's in the dilemma.
He's in the dilemma.
Yeah.
Right? So now what you're saying is you're going down one specific branch of the dilemma. He doesn't unlock his hands.
Okay.
Right? So the easy one is he unlocks his hands. He doesn't want to get triangle, he unlocks his hands.
And you get Kimura.
You get the Kimura. That's easy, right?
Yeah.
So is that
so
easy?
okay, so we've gone Kimura, reverse triangle position, but he's not unlocked his hands, so we've gone Kimura.
He's unlocked, then you're going Kimura.
And we've gone Kimura. Right.
Yeah. Now we've gone to the other position where he says, no, I don't.
Okay.
Right. So now we grab the far part of his tricep, pull it up,
okay,
unlock a triangle.
Which is more steps, you admit.
More steps.
Than a Tarico platter.
Cool, no problem.
And the Kimura.
Which one's higher percentage though?
Okay, higher percentage. We already said a higher percentage is your version.
Then why are we talking about this?
No, higher percentage is the dilemma.
So why are we talking about this?
Why are we talking about what?
Why are we going into it needs more steps, less steps, this, that, the other? We're talking about high level athletes here.
Because you said
no, but so your point was that if it needs more steps,
at 16
that
steps
is more BS. That's low percentage because there's too many things in the chain to get to the submission. And you did say that there's
no problem. Let's talk about rear naked choke because all the examples so far have been your example, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, your example was the reverse triangle.
So no, that was a counter to your argument.
You said the whole Kimura sequence up.
No, that was based off what you Tarico platter that you lot were talking.
Yeah, but the whole thing came from you.
It literally didn't. You started by rattling off a level.
I said Tarico platter, Omni platter, Go-Go platter.
Okay,
should we go through all of them?
We don't have to go through all of them. Okay. But you picked you picked the scenario though.
No, I picked one that we talked about.
Okay, let's change the move.
Okay, let's change the move.
Let's change the move.
Come on, man, Tarico platter.
Let's change the move.
So let's go to the twister.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So is the twister, let's establish base first. Is the twister, according to your camp, a BS move or not?
Okay. So
we do his tactic. Go ask Cheesecake Assassin. And go ask
Assassin. So my
go ask Eddie Bravo, he'll tell you. There you go, next question.
Yeah. We won. My standard.
Okay, so you got two athletes. Shall I start naming the roster?
To everyone.
You got two. I just go through the whole roster.
Okay, so to answer your question specifically, what is our standard? So my standard
on this move,
on this move. So even on,
you're asking,
I'll take
asking why is
no. I'm asking if first.
If a twist is BS. So before I answer,
no, go for it.
Yeah, my standard, even for the other moves that you said, my standard is a bit different to yours. Yeah, and it's not a matter of right or wrong. It's all subjective.
No, it's not.
It's all subjective. We live in a democracy. We don't live in a dictatorship. It's a matter of opinion. But for laughs and for your viewing entertainment, my standard is a bit different to yours. So your standard is it has to work at high level.
Yes.
Yeah, and it has to be the sequence has to be so short and abstract that there's less that can go wrong in it, which makes it low percentage.
That's not.
So is it there or thereabouts?
Determining, but like that is one aspect.
Okay, that's fine.
The longer it gets, the less.
So, which I agree with, which makes sense. The longer a sequence gets, a chain, the more moving parts like a machine, the more likely it's going to fail. I agree. My standard is that just because something doesn't really get done in high level doesn't mean that it can't work. Because what drives the actual agenda or the meta at that particular time is because people like John Danaher and all these people doing instructionals, they might not have done one on the twister, so they might not be getting used. So that's my standard.
So exactly, just because the pros or the athletes or the sponsored people or whatever you want to call them, just because they don't see the risk to reward ratio as desirable or worth taking, that does not mean it's a BS move.
So that's our standard. So just because it doesn't
Okay, I'm
get
gonna answer your standard. Let me answer your standard, right?
This standard. Smoking.
See your standard.
Shall we go home?
This is specifically your standard.
It's okay,
right?
but one
So,
look.
can I ask
We
you?
are round 1 towards, right? This round 2.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. Go easy on me, please.
So why do traditional jiu-jitsu not appear in the UFC?
Because it doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work though?
I mean,
Because it's not pressure tested.
Huh?
It's not pressure tested.
At what level? Because it's pressure tested in the gym.
But
Pressure tested every time.
but you in going back to our sensei Babar who flew in from Japan and we don't want him ever to come back again. He actually said that he's come back today and he's been taken over by a ghoul and a ghost. We don't know what's going into him, but yeah, there are high level people with certain
Japanese jiu-jitsu.
not Japanese, but
Japanese
traditional Eastern martial arts. And we did say that they're all BS at the time. So who was there? Wonder Boy,
Wonder Boy.
Macheda. Was it Macheda?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that what was his name? Macheda, right? You know his name.
I don't know what he did.
So I asked you a specific question. You answered a different question. So
No.
What question did I ask you? I asked you, why isn't Japanese jiu-jitsu, traditional jiu-jitsu at high level?
Because it doesn't work.
Because it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm saying though, if you go to a Japanese jiu-jitsu school,
Yeah.
they're gonna say it does work.
Hypothetically.
No, in real life, they will attest it's so dangerous if you're doing the UFC, you're gonna kill someone.
Yeah.
But you're saying, saying that's bullshit.
No, but even by your own accord, for example, you said a Tariko platter has been done at high level. I agree, less than a RNC or a triangle, reverse triangle, and the examples you give, but it still worked.
Okay.
So for
you
me,
think Japanese jiu-jitsu still does work?
no, forget Japanese
When has it been
jiu-jitsu.
done at high level though?
Forget Japanese
When has
jiu-jitsu.
Japanese jiu-jitsu been done at high level?
When has Japanese jiu-jitsu been done at high level? Let me start thinking about a way that Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Like
what
the
are we
way
defining as Japanese jiu-jitsu?
What you
stuff
spend
you
8
did.
years doing, or whatever you
Okay.
did.
Oh, so
Let's rewind. We're cutting it out.
Not the like the arm bars that you do, and not the whole judo
The
aspect
up
of it.
block, the down block.
Up block, down block, your cutters, your nunchucks, that kind of stuff.
Nunchucks are not allowed.
And your lightsabers.
Yeah, your
That's
lightsabers.
not allowed. Why?
Use the
You've
force.
done the same thing that you did against
The
other
force is
one.
not with us.
You've done the same thing that you did the other one. Like you step forward the stall, and as soon as I approach the stall to buy something, you take everything off the table.
Okay, let's get back to.
Really close. We're going for a lunch break.
Let's get back to. So we're talking about the
Canon
standard.
Mills has
Yeah. So our standard is clearly different. Yeah. Your standard is it has to work at high level. It needs to be easy accessible. Less moves in the chain. Yeah. Okay, that's fine, and that's a fair point. We'll give him that. However, the standard that we're using as well, in my opinion, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. Just because something doesn't get done much, doesn't mean that it can't be done. So, for example, if Gordon Ryan, okay, Tariko platter.
No, we're gonna go with smothered. If you're talking about him.
Gordon Ryan wrote smothered choke on an envelope and put on someone's desk. Does that mean that smothered choke is legit?
Let me ask you a question. Gordon Ryan, yeah? If he wanted to do, what's the most, or in your opinion, what's the most BS move that can be done?
Many of them.
Just name one.
But we're talking about. We moved on to smother.
Okay,
choke.
smother.
Hindu
Is it BS?
This is the smothered choke.
BS.
in my
Okay,
opinion.
okay, that's fine. Look, I'm setting him up here.
Go on,
I'm baiting him.
Go on, lad.
Setting him up for reverse triangle. So we're in agreement. Okay, that's smother. You said smother chokes BS.
Yes.
If Gordon Ryan really wanted to at ADCC or whatever wanted to smother choke someone, do you think he could do it? No.
No, because he didn't. This is what he was saying.
No.
Why?
I couldn't.
He couldn't. Anyone.
Okay, so
The
he's-
guy-
Anyone? This is not on a specific.
The guy he looked in 16 seconds or whatever it was.
Hang on a second.
Pretty
No,
much choked him.
listen, no. Listen. Put your argument forward.
I'm finished.
It's not finished. Can he not
Are they
specifically do it to one particular person? So, for example, another example you can use is that when he wrote smother choke down and he didn't do it. But
I'm going to use that example, even though that you're saying that.
Okay.
Because that
can he
example
do it?
killed
Can he do it to? So that's
Can he do it
specific.
to me?
No. Can he do it to other high level people?
Can you do it to other high level
Yeah.
people?
Or other people on your ADCC and your
On your
CGI
ADCC, yeah.
and your IBJJF,
Can you do it?
Polaris and all this.
Can he smother choke people?
I, don't know if he can after that performance.
Surely you know he can.
No, I genuinely don't because listen, okay.
Could he smooth choke Ellis Younger?
Yeah.
I have a size difference.
He's been a Polaris.
All right. So when
Who's the sides?
So you know why I'm saying what I'm saying, but the audience don't. So let me explain to the audience why I'm saying that I'm not sure if he can or can't, right?
Okay.
So Gordon Ryan came out, right, and he was going up against somebody who he was, and this is most people, right? He's significantly better than him. Right?
Yeah.
But we're not talking about here someone like a Felipe Penner or a, you know, like who's the
Bushesha or these
Bushesha or someone of like who's
high caliber
at the point where they were like there was a chance, right? This guy, there was no chance. Right? Gordon Ryan was gonna come out and he was gonna do whatever he wanted to this guy. This guy was known as like he's got good wrestling. The guy.
What's the guy's name?
I forgot his name.
Okay.
Man.
He's making it up. You don't know the name.
Development.
He's no credibility.
I'm
here.
gonna say Elder Cruz, and if it's wrong, I'll cut it
We'll
out.
double check and we'll put in the comments or something.
So whoever this guy is, right?
Yeah.
But Gordon Ryan came. It wasn't him. It was that Mourinho guy.
Jose Mourinho.
No, not Jose Mourinho. He's from Gracie Bar. Gracie Bar. He's from Gracie Bar. Anyway,
Okay.
he's a wrestler, and he's like in terms of jiu-jitsu, he's got good wrestling. Right? Gordon Ryan normally comes out and pulls that. He wrestles with this guy, took him down, sick takedown. Right?
Who down?
Gordon Ryan took the guy down.
So the high level wrestler got taken down by Gordon Ryan.
So my point is to establish that Gordon Ryan could do what he wanted to this guy.
This guy's not very good.
Right? This guy's not very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right? Then Gordon Ryan took him down, passed his guard again and again and again, tired the guy out. So the guy is not only not as good as Gordon Ryan at this point, he's also considerably more fatigued than Gordon Ryan. Then Gordon Ryan gets into mount, establishes mount. Doesn't like, oh, maybe I'll get off. Locks it in. Raises his hand over his head. Right? All the setups for the smother choke. And tries smothering this guy for the next, and I'm going to say 5 to 10 minutes. Right? The guy does not get smothered. And Gordon Ryan says he wasn't getting smothered because he was pushing on my arm. That is the counter to a smother choke. Right? And then Gordon Ryan, he started hearing boos from the crowd. So he had to take his back and choke him out. Right? At the end, Gordon Ryan had to take out the piece of paper and look like a proper muppet and say, I wrote a smother choke, but he was too good to get it. He wasn't. You dominated the guy for the whatever 13 minutes or 15-minute fight. Right? The guy was too good, so I had to take his back. You know how he took his back? He chased it, took his back and choked him out in a span of 30 seconds.
Should have gone for a Trico platter.
And it would have been easier, less moving parts.
So my
Gordon
point
Ryan.
is, am I sure that Gordon Ryan could smother choke anyone? No, I'm not. Because
Really?
this guy of such big skill difference.
Gordon Ryan can surely smother choke a high level person at will. Not given the situation. But this is one example.
Okay, now it might be one example, but I'm giving you data of where he definitely was trying it. Yeah, definitely was trying. He wrote it down on a piece of paper, put it at the start. So
But in the match, was he actually trying it? I've not seen the match.
Right, okay. Answer this question then. The count question. If
No, how long was he trying it for?
Written it on a piece of paper.
Okay, no,
put
that's
it on the desk, and then at the end,
much-
say, maybe he didn't try it.
how much time did he put towards it?
He put his life and soul into it.
Okay.
Because he's gonna look stupid if he
Okay.
stands up like he
I
did
haven't seen it.
and take it out and go, I wrote smother choke, but I didn't get it.
It's not on Netflix. I've not seen it. Okay.
So can Gordon Ryan smother choke anyone he wants? Evidently. And I'm giving you data and evidently, no. He can't do it to anyone.
He can. It's Gordon Ryan.
What do you want me to do now?
It's final with a what do you call it? A case study. One person case study. We can't generalize of it.
Okay.
No, but you wanna. So okay, the only data we have is that one case study, and what you're gonna do is now extrapolate it from that one case study. That no, he can't. Yes, he can do it to anyone.
Well, you said because you can't do it to one person, you can't do it to all.
No, I didn't say he can't. I said I don't know if he can.
So there's still a chance.
Please,
I was very clear. I don't know if he can. You lot adamant he can do what he wants to anyone he wants.
Okay, we think he can.
We think he can. I think he can.
Then you think and I think, and then I'm giving you evidence. So my I think I can. Hang on, wait a second. My
Is
I
backed by
think I
data.
can is backed by hard evidence. I can show you the match. You've got my account. You can go and flog
I've
that.
seen on YouTube Gordon Ryan on whatever the channel's called,
Yeah.
smother choking people, and I'm sure the people who he rolls with are high level. It might not be ADCC. I've seen. All right, I won't use Josh Jordan's as an example because we debunked that it's not high level. No, Josh Saunders. No. Josh Saunders is high level, but the particular people who he was rolling with are not high level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Josh Saunders is high level. Like got a black belt in 4.5 years or something, massive. But the people who Gordon Ryan was rolling with and doing these mother chokes, they must have been high level.
I don't know the clip you're talking about. Like,
Okay, so what's up there? One more.
no, that's not there.
That is there.
What's there?
YouTube is there.
You seen the match? You seen the match? Basically the same
He
thing.
sees some training for Adrian.
Okay.
Gordon Ryan going against some purple girls.
No,
I'm talking about he's going against a multiple time world champion.
Okay, let's
You should think of comfort
Let's-
around at training anyway. Same thing.
let's try to find some common ground in this grisly war here, right? Yeah.
Back to your point now. What was it about the mother joke?
But that is not a hypersensitive move. I
Yeah.
think we both all agree that it's not a
That
hypersensitive
is, he's not sure.
It's not hard to
move. We agree that it's not a hypersensitive move. I think it's a BS move.
But you were vouching for it about Big before, saying Big Dan did it 3 times in a row, whatever it was.
No, so let's not go down that road because you were posting an argument and I was posting a counter argument using your argument. So let's not
Reverse
go down
psychology.
Okay.
Okay, let's
you-
move
there.
on.
We both. So you're talking about common ground. We both agree that it's not common, and we both agree that the smother choke is so okay. Me and Umar agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree that. No, listen, brother. This is what they do. They do divide and conquer. This is the way out of war. This is what they do.
Listen, by definition, me and Umar agree that the smother choke is fake.
Listen,
You were just standing up for it, saying Gordon Ryan did it in the training.
Allah knows my heart. I agree as well. Yeah, I don't need to prove it to this guy. Yeah, I agree that smother choke is BS, but my argument was
Based on the smother choke.
it can still work. It can still work. Okay, listen.
That was not BS according to your worldview.
No, it is
How is
BS.
it BS? It can still work.
Everything can still work.
No, that's your argument. My argument is that my standard is if it works, my standard is even if it doesn't work at high level, doesn't mean that it's BS.
Okay, so smother choke works at a lower level.
Yeah,
Therefore, it's not BS.
yeah. And
So I was
no,
right.
no, wait. No, 1
so
second.
I was right. Me and Umar agree that it's, me and Umar
No,
agree that
I'm not
BS.
saying it's BS.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Me and Umar agree that
we
the
are
smother
saying
choke
it's
is BS, and you are saying it's not BS.
I'll take you both on. Let's go. It can still work. It can still work. Actually, I don't want to argue. We're a team, man. Me and you boys,
What are
man.
you doing?
Look what he's doing this. He's doing this. This is what they do. They divide and conquer and take over.
This mother joke is BS.
According to you, but not him.
No, I agree. It's BS, but it can still work.
No,
So it's not BS.
No.
No, that's why you're.
If it can still work, it's low percentage. Low percentage
Yeah.
and BS is 2 different things.
Yeah, correct.
Right.
I'm only a white belt. Don't hurt me.
Right. Okay. Move on to the joke.
Okay.
You lost the argument. I survived that one.
Okay,
Okay.
listen.
Okay.
That's
one
it.
More, one more.
Do you have any more?
Is your ghost guard BS?
My goal is not BS.
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Really?
That's
But it
one
worked in comp?
But only for me.
If
Yeah,
Gordon
and when he
Ryan
went-
put.
when he went-
So, okay, and do I teach it?
Huh?
Do I teach it?
No.
He's not going to get that personal. You said that.
Oh, bro, we just
All right, 1 second. Just expanding off that. If Gordon Ryan did the ghost guard, would it work?
If Gordon Ryan did
Yeah.
if Gordon Ryan did it, yes, it would.
If John Danaher made a system out of it in an instructional, the ghost system, and you got 10% royalties, yeah, and like 1% to us just for knowing you, and
Yeah.
well, you can get more because you're his son. Would it work?
Would I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. And that's a genuine answer.
Okay.
That's not being argumentative or avoiding the question. So can you systemize the ghost guard?
Yeah, you can.
And
I'm saying yes, you can. Do you need attributes? So this is me thinking like on the spot now, right?
Yeah.
So do you need attributes to do it? Specific attributes? Not really. You don't need any
you don't need that athleticism. You're
or anything like
in a
that.
nutshell, you're wrestling upright.
You need a little bit of wrestling skill. You need to know how to switch from a single leg to a double.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
it.
you need that. So could you systemize it? Yeah, you could.
And branch off from there. What if the and this is what you're
But
basically.
okay, but here's the thing, right? Here's a fundamental thing. When you're in that position, is it a move that you should go to instead of something else? What are the alternatives?
It depends on what you're doing, right? You want to wrestle up. Some people will go false sweep. Some people will go. Maybe if there's an arm drag option, better than an arm drag. You could do different things. Some people dive all the way on the catch second leg, start sweeping from there. You could do different things. Now,
Interesting.
now false sweep is probably a higher percentage option in comp out there than ghost guard.
The false reap is or the wrestle.
All the rest of both
of them there. Yeah.
So
that's an interesting one. I don't know the answer.
Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed it, but we're not finished.
That's not a point either way.
It's 1-1. It's 1-1. Hope you've enjoyed father and son arguing. We're moving on, guys.
Oh,
We're moving on. We're
oh,
moving
you
on.
lost.
I'm moving on because I lost.
Because
I'm
mother
upset.
choked.
Yeah, I got mother choked by father and son. Yeah, my own partner in crime, but that's fine. Yeah, okay. So you've seen us argue here, or I don't know if it's discuss. We're not enemies. Are there moves that are low percentage but legit sometimes? For example, a boogie choke. It's low percentage. It has tapped black belts out, and it does work given the certain scenario. Does that make it BS?
So I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not gonna say yes to the boogie choke. So the reason why I'm gonna say yes is, for example, here, right? One thing that, and I'm gonna quote John Danaher on this one, is that he says that the triangle is not for everyone. Yeah. And the triangle, if we look at it, if we take the gi off, is it really high percentage in no gi grappling?
No.
Not really.
Depending if you're long legs, whatever, right?
It very much depends on limb length, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, is it a fake move? No, it's not. Because if the person is able to do triangle, we teach triangle to everyone.
But that counter argues your standard
And
then.
I'm giving you an exception. I'm telling you why the triangle
I'll let
is
him
an
off.
exception.
Okay.
Right? To this argument, because if we go down this rabbit hole and then you pull out a triangle,
Yeah.
right, it's going to be a counter to the argument. So I'm taking that off the table.
He's
first.
planned this 100%.
I'll go one more.
I'm taking the triangle off the table.
We need more than one.
But if we take triangle off the table because of them limb length restrictions on physiology, if we say stop, and if we come back to the boogie choke, is the boogie choke because it doesn't work at that high
Yes,
level?
low percentage. Is it legit still? Because it has worked.
As a submission, I would say yes, it's a fake move.
It's a fake move.
Fake move as a submission.
No, but it's worked on black belts.
It has worked on black belts.
So why is it fake?
Yeah, because
And at high level,
okay,
that's your standard.
that is my standard.
So why is that fake?
It did work, and it worked at a
High level, yeah.
But as jiu-jitsu develops, and this is one thing why jiu-jitsu is so beautiful, is a open cannon, right? New moves get developed all the time. So if a new move gets developed and it sticks in terms of it being executed, yeah, and it's there for ADCC after ADCC, CGI after CGI, it sticks. And I give you a good example of this: the octopus guard, reach round guard. It came, people like, oh, this is a fad. But now there's whole systems based off of it. So is octopus guard a legit move? Yes. Even though it's probably not a guard. But anyway, but the boogie choke, after that ADCC run that, trials run that J-Rod had where he boogie choked everyone. What happened to the boogie choke at high level? Fell off the cliff.
Became less and less popular.
No, but that's the same.
It's not less and less popular. Fell off.
Okay, let's say it fell off a cliff. But, and you said this off camera as well, look, for when heel hooks came into play,
yes,
they were working. Some new wave was smashing out. Danaher pioneered it. But now, by your own admission, they're happening less because of the counters to it. So does that mean heel hooks and ashes are BS?
So what you've done there again is what you did earlier.
Yeah? We have to, because we're getting smashed.
So you've gone from something which has gone from it happened, J-Rod got in every single match, right, to he got it in none, right, to something that went from 20 submissions to something that went to 4 or 5 submissions.
But it's the same concept, don't it?
It is. Right? The concept is the same. And if we're talking about concepts, right, you driving your Civic Type R, right, around Silverstone, and me driving.
Cadwell's better. Cadwell Park's better.
Cadwell Park.
Yeah.
You driving that around there,
Yeah.
and Usman, my 13-year-old son, driving my Mrs. Yaris around Cadwell Park is the same concept. There's two people driving a car around the racetrack.
But what's your point?
There's a fundamental difference in the two people, though, right? And the cars.
Yeah.
One of them will effectively get around that track. One of them probably going to crash at the first corner. When you're talking about boogie chokes versus heel hooks, is there still a chance that a heel hook is going to work? Yes.
Yeah. But there's a chance that a boogie choke will still work.
But what chance?
Slightly a lot lower.
Keep going, add a few more lots in it.
Lower percentage, but
How
by
much
our significantly.
A boogie choke is significantly less likely to work than a heel hook
But-
is.
But
So a boogie choke is either two scenarios can come up where a boogie choke comes. One is you intentionally let someone pass your guard
into side control.
into side control. Yeah, that's a stupid idea.
Chinker style. Gothlock.
So that's a stupid idea. Number one.
Don't get started on that.
But the second one is
You know what? We're going to discuss that.
the second one is where the guy actively passes your guard. The second one means this guy's probably better than you.
Because he's past
Just
the guard.
pass your guard.
How hard is guard passing against someone who's of the equal level as you?
Literally.
Now, J-Rod, when he went to them trials, was his jiu-jitsu as good as all them people who passed his guard? No, it wasn't. They were all significantly better than him. He got a lucky choke on that most people just weren't aware of at the time.
You got lucky like how many times?
On his whole run.
Yeah, but surely you go to comp and you see like the guy before you, the guy you're going against, and you see, oh, he's a footlocker, he's a wrestler, he's a top passer, he does this is sub, and you see, all right, when I get to this position, I'm gonna watch out for that.
Yeah,
So
but you
all the
don't-
people before him saw, all right, he goes to side control and he does this funky thing with the leg and his arm. And
But
the
if you
guy
don't fundamentally understand the mechanics, then it doesn't matter if you've seen it before. When they all came back after the trials and they went to the actual and the following trials and everything else, did it work then?
Yeah, but surely you can just work it out. If the guy, if you're in comp and the guy lifts his left, every guy who lifts his left leg up gets ankle locked, you realize actually lifting my left leg up is probably not a good idea.
This is a really good channel you've gone down, right?
Oh
Really good
my
channel.
God.
I like this, right? So let's do this comparison. Right? So the guy before you is a footlocker.
Right,
You know he attacks his far leg.
right,
So you try going to that far leg.
right,
And you as the attacker try going to the far leg and
Right.
it doesn't work.
right.
So what do? Come on.
Switch the near leg.
Switch to the knee leg. You have an alternative.
Right.
So you let this guy pass your guard. You throw up a boogie choke. He does two things. He puts his elbow on your hip and he smashes your face into the mat. Boogie choke's not there. What do?
So,
You accept bottom position.
I'll go Gotlock.
You
Go what?
Gotlock.
Are we doing this?
No, we're not doing
Are we doing Gothlock?
We're not doing this. We're not doing
Are we doing it?
No,
Do you want us to do Gothlock? Let us know in the comments if you want us to do it. We'll do Gothlock. Shane, no offense. Gothlock's on the discussion. Okay, what?
We see, no, let's finish it. We see the point, right? Where the move is a legit move, I think straight foot lock is a legit move. Right? Where the move is a legit move, you can have legit systems built around it.
Right.
The smother choke is not a legit. It has a system.
A smother choke has a system.
There's a system to get to smother choke and put it on.
Yeah, but that's the
But
same
is it-
system as getting to high mount.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it legit? No, it's
No.
not. Right?
Getting to high mount, yes. Mother choke, no.
Yeah.
Because it's not even choke, maybe. But
I thought it was.
fundamentally, there are description
So you
of
see
a
my,
choke.
so
is
you
not
see
a
my
choke.
point here, right? You lost.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
We didn't lose.
No, the
All right,
move works.
what-
The move works. It's
A low
It's a low
percentage.
percentage.
By our
move.
standard, we
That
can't-
works.
Japanese jiu-jitsu cross blocks work.
Oh, but
Yeah, if you
personally-
tell the
you
person to punch
personally
this way.
attested to the fact that it doesn't work.
Yeah, and we've got a
You
podcast
went
on
to
that.
cage and then you thought, I'm going to
said-
crossbox the guy,
I
and then
said-
you got the punch to the stomach, and you're like, actually, this doesn't work. I'm going to
I
normally
said,
box and
and
take the
the
guy down.
argument's the same.
No,
If you're,
sorry.
if you're doing your argument and the concept is the same, the concept that I'm applying here is the same, right? When we pressure test the cross block against high level competition, UFC, it doesn't work.
No.
Right? And what we're saying to yours is once you pressure test your juju moves or whatever you're thinking,
Juju moves.
in high level comp, they don't work.
Except for the fact when they did.
Yeah. No, but they have worked.
So twice in 2 years.
The
How many
frequency doesn't
competitions
matter
have
to
you-
us.
The frequency
By our own standard, we
didn't-
cannot lose.
We did not say
By our own standard, we
We
cannot
did-
lose.
the move did the move.
You
worked.
said that the move has to work at high ADCC high level on a regular basis with less chains. We have said we don't care about that. It can still work, and there has boogie choke has worked. Maybe not as frequent now. Okay, what about rubber guard? It's a low percentage move. I know it's not a submission, but is it still legit?
as an option
Eddie Bravo did it.
because we can systemize rubber guard.
Yeah.
Systemized rubber guard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people have done it at high level. Eddie Bravo was high level.
Okay.
But oh,
We got him. Okay, go quiet.
Alright. So do you know the escape from rubber guard?
No,
The counter to it.
just lift your head up.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
We're talking about against legit rubber guard players, right? Not against
Sao Paulo pass.
So when we're talking about high level now, right?
Yeah.
So when who was the guy who tried doing rubber guard on Donovan?
He don't know the name. He's lost.
I think it was Kyle Chambers
Okay.
On Big Dan.
on Big Dan.
Okay,
He got rubber guard though. He got
And
rubber
he
guard.
just stood up and swung him around out the
No,
window.
he didn't. He knee barred him.
He knee barred him.
He knee barred him.
The bottom leg.
The bottom leg. So he knee
Okay.
barred the bottom leg. So the counter number one is there's an open submission there. But let's say that Kyle did it wrong,
Right.
and he shouldn't have it there.
Okay.
All you have to do, turn your elbows in and stand up.
Turn.
Turn your elbows in. stand
Elbow
up.
in,
Yep.
stand up. Rubber guard lid. That's why nobody plays rubber guard. Exception. Mason Powell plays rubber guard. Plays it.
If you're super flexible, it works.
So rubber guard is a fake move according to you.
It's a fake low percentage movement.
It's
But it's legit though. It can still
it's
work.
Fake low percentage. It's
Oh,
low
no.
okay, and we accept one of them. We accept it's low percentage.
No, that's
But because it's low
It
percentage,
doesn't mean it's
means
fake.
that it's not fake.
This
because
is
it's
the whole
low
premise of our
percentage, meaning it
argument.
worked.
That just because it's low percentage doesn't mean it's bogus.
doesn't mean it's bogus.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me counter this. So, Tubzi, how much time do you spend on the training mat?
Twice a week.
So call it
Or 2.5 or 2 hours, 2.5
2
hours.
2-3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Of your 3 hours, how much time are you going to spend on rubber guard?
He's not a rubber guard player.
I'm not a rubber
He's
guard
not,
player.
he's not any player at the
I am
moment.
I'm a
white
K
belt.
guard player, white belt. No, yeah, I'm not a K guard player. I can't see myself playing K guard. But there are
Rubber
other
guard,
white belt rubber guard. Sorry,
probably will.
but there
Everyone goes through rubber guard
there
phase.
are
Here's
other
the
white
thing,
belts
everyone
who
does
I've
rubber guard.
seen with my own eyes
Yeah.
play rubber guard.
Yeah, and how successful is it? for him?
It works on some people.
Some people don't level.
So I've given you two examples here. I've given you example that on white belts it works, and at high level Eddie Bravo super flexible people it works.
Eddie Bravo.
Yeah, Eddie
Okay, what
Bravo.
about today?
No, but
He's like 60 years old.
why are you?
No, not Eddie Bravo today. What about what? So, okay, so if it was such a successful
And
move,
you used to
okay,
Mason Fowler.
so okay, I'm gonna listen. So if it was such a successful move, right? So let's go back to the fundamentals of rubber guard.
Yeah.
Why it was developed, and what the premise of rubber guard is.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask you, was it successful and is it fake? Based on that,
Okay.
right? So Eddie Bravo developed it as a no-gi alternative to the full guard.
Yeah.
The reason being is in MMA, right, if you put someone in full guard, they can posture and strike you.
Yeah.
Right? The alternative is if I can get my legs up around the shoulders, I can break their posture, right, they can't strike me anymore.
Mm.
Right? Because holding someone's head in no gi just to break their posture isn't strong enough.
Yeah.
Right? I need more. Right? So in MMA, UFC, how many people? Because that's where
The reason why it was made
why it was made.
Yeah.
Right? How many people do rubber guard?
in MMA or jiu-jitsu.
In
Depends
MMA.
if you play the game or not. UFC 5, you can go in net. Yes.
I've seen a lot of people do rubber guard or that particular position, given the scenario in MMA.
You have.
Yeah.
So using the standard you were using earlier, name them.
Nate Diaz won.
Nate Diaz did rubber guard.
Did you do rubber guard?
I don't know.
He said he did it in UFC 5, the game.
I did,
All
yeah.
right, I've seen people lift their leg up like that and put it over them
Well,
a lot of
we'll
times.
put
I'm not
this-
talking about the
we'll put
circus, my
this-
brother. I'm talking about in
We
UFC.
can put this in the comments with all the thing that you were gonna put in the comments. The guy who went up.
I named-
All right, what about
Wait,
baseball?
we'll go into the comments
What
first.
about a baseball bat choke from bottom? It's bogus, but if it's set up right, it's deadly, right?
Set up right is fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's low percentage, but it still works if it's set up right.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Is it fake?
Yeah.
Is it fake?
No, it's fake.
No, it's not fake. It just means it's low percentage. Doesn't mean that it's
Okay,
still
I'm not
legit.
in ghee or no ghee?
No ghee. No, sorry, ghee. Sorry, ghee.
He looks at me, says one thing, looks at him, says another.
Ghee. If it's set up right, it works.
In no ghee, it's BS.
Why is it no ghee in BS? And
Because there's no.
Because all you need
it's
is
slippery.
to
Has
into
this?
the
Yeah.
place of the gap and you escape it.
so it's a really easy defense. You know what
Eh?
I'm saying? It's a really
No,
easy
because
defense.
no.
You're using his argument too.
I'm not.
I'm on your side. He's lost
I'm
it.
not.
You're using his argument.
You said that.
Listen, we all just need to.
You said the smaller choke works.
This is Royal
You
Rumble.
said the smaller
First
choke
it was
works.
2-on-1, now it's Royal Rumble. No. You use his argument to debunk his argument, but it debunked your Hadouken. That's what he done to himself.
In no ghee it doesn't work.
All right.
It's
So,
really easy to defend.
okay.
No, because it really depends.
Bro, it's time for you to go to bed, bro. I'm on your side. You got the black belt. Forget these mid purples. Oh, and that's our next podcast, by the way. Check it out. All right, listen. It's been a fun.
It's not been tested either.
Listen, it's done. You killed yourself.
It's not been tested at high level.
Ding, ding,
Anyway,
ding,
go on.
bell. Yeah.
You were out there. We don't flipping some other choke.
Smother chuck is not BS. Trust me. If you don't believe me, come to Game 5 Bradford. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only if you like never trained before.
He's what do you call it? Flipping
Okay.
baseball bat choke you as well.
So it's been a fun podcast. It's been World War III. But before we end, I'm just gonna reel some moves off, and I want to see what you guys think. Is it BS or is it not? Okay, so we discussed one, boogie choke. I don't need to know the reason why. I just need to know, by your own standards, is it BS or is it legit? Boogie choke. Boogie choke.
Real move.
Okay. Toe hold from inside close guard. Toe hold.
Who's inside close guard?
Toe hold from inside your inside close guard. You're toe holding the other guy, the bottom player.
So I'm the top player.
Yeah, you're
BS.
Fake move.
fake move. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No fundamentals. Why are you turning around for?
Forehead crush to open guard.
Forehead crush.
You're in guard now and you're going bang to open the guard.
Okay.
What?
Just say yes or no, bro.
I don't know what you're on about.
Forehead crush
Just smash
to
his
open
head
guard. You smash using your head on the chest to open the guard.
This is white belt move.
This is a white belt move.
Fake move.
Fake.
But it can still work though. Just imagine. I'm a white belt. I've done it.
You were laughing at me, and I
haven't
said
done
it's
it.
not been pressure
Haven't
tested.
done it.
Even if this is not all
Okay.
thingy.
Flying triangle. Really? Flying triangle.
Real.
Okay, we're gonna spend 1 minute just on this. Just 1 minute.
Yeah, no.
Flying triangle is not BS. It can still work. It's low percentage, but it can happen. And I've seen it at high level. Tell me the people who done it at high level. Tell me the people, man. Okay.
It's been done by. On that.
That guy who went flying to the end and trying. Okay, forget it.
Okay, it's best not if we say the Majid Hage. But we don't need that guy.
Majid Hegi.
Yeah.
Cross color choke with no posture control.
Cross collar choke.
You're in guard.
Yeah. Cross color choke with no
So I think cross collar choke is a legit move. Inside guard, outside guard. It's legit.
with no posture control. Yes or no, bro?
I don't understand.
You haven't got.
If
So
you're,
you're
in close, if someone's in your close guard and you're like the kids do, you cross collar choke someone from close guard without going to top lock or anything like that.
And don't use Roger Gracie as an example.
Why not?
Because
Because
he's a
from
freak.
Mount, but anyway, go on.
Yeah, he's from Mount anyway.
With no posture control, fake move.
Low percentage, it can't work.
It can work. We've switched it.
How can it work?
It can still
Without
work.
posture control?
Okay, so say Hodge Gracie.
You can still put it on.
So okay, say.
Whoa! You can't bring Hodge Crazy back into this
Oh,
now.
okay, forget
Alright.
Hodge
Taking
Gracie.
him out.
Oh, okay, forget Hodge Gracie. Okay.
Who else done
say,
a cross color choke? What is it?
say there was a duplicate of Hodge Gracie, right? And he was
What if there was actually not Hodger Gracie, but Roger Gracie?
Roger Gracie.
If Roger, not Hodger, Roger Gracie.
He's in a cross collar choke in Mount, gets rolled over into guard. You can still finish it.
He's ready for bed.
That's exactly what you said.
No, I didn't.
Cross-collar choke from God and asking from mouth.
Cross-collar choke with no
get
posture.
rolled over and can you not carry on?
It can still work with no posture
If you're
control.
doing it, if you're doing it mount and you get rolled over for whatever reason, right? Can you not still finish it?
But you're saying that you don't have posture control. Why is he not just going to posture up?
But can it be finished?
No, if you haven't got posture control, you're just
You
going to
have
lift his
the
head up.
two. You have the two.
But now you're saying you have posture control.
Right, your question doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Why do you think it took me so long to
How can you have
answer?
cross-collar and no
Cross-collar
posture control?
choke with no posture control.
Okay,
So you
but
just got the arms in place and your posture is
Unless
broke.
you're doing
Where's his
Wakanda
arm?
forever.
They can be on you or wherever.
No,
But
okay, look, if
So-
I have both your collars, I've got a cross collar, right? I'm holding your two collars, right?
but my posture is, you've got no posture control, so I'm up.
Okay, so I'm using. I'm
So your example's gone out the window because he started up.
right, but he's messing with.
So you haven't got
messing up.
All right, no.
So I've already answered. Why are you looking at me? Look at him.
If you're doing a cross-collar choke, you need the person to have a broken posture, right?
Why are you looking at me? I've answered.
Yeah, you need to have a broken
Yeah.
posture. Okay. If you haven't broken that particular person's posture and you're attacking cross-collar choke, is it legit or BS?
In that situation,
But that's what it is.
No.
Cross-collar choke with no posture control.
But I assumed you had the cross collar choke. You didn't have.
I'm on your
couple of-
side.
The posture control in my what I thought was something like top lock, stopping the guy going up.
Where did top lock come from?
That's posture. That's breaking some posture.
No, but you're...
You've asked me about a gi move.
He's
I'm a
tired
no
this
gi
year.
guy. That's like
He's
asking
tired.
Me, that's like asking
He's
me if tornado-
he said he's gi and that's no... What did you say?
That's one joke. If you go ahead.
What did you say
That's
though?
like
You said
asking
gi
me-
but no
That's
gi.
like asking me if tornado
Okay.
guard is legit or not.
The tornado guard is BS. Even I know that. Calf slicer from half guard.
BS.
From half guard.
Calf slicer from BS. From half guard. It can still
It's
work
doable.
though.
It's doable.
It's doable.
It's doable.
Like a toe hold from
If you
half
go-
guard.
No, okay,
If you're-
what? If you go to lockdown and then you go through and then there's a calf slicer there.
There is a calf slicer there.
But there's a toe hold from half guard as well. If you're playing
Ask me
half,
that next then, isn't it?
There's-
so half guard top, you're playing half
You haven't
guard.
asked him about what we asked
I
him.
said you can.
What?
Half
He's saying
slice.
calf
Okay,
slicer is
I think it's legit. What you think is BS, right?
Obviously.
Okay, that's fine. Is top half toe hold BS or legit?
BS.
You taught it in the beginners class.
That's how you calf slicer in the class from half guard down.
Okay, as someone who's
No, but it can work though.
as someone who's supposed to be popped with that move,
So
now I know the defense to it.
you-
It's gonna be harder to get, but
Can they still get
doable,
it?
Still doable.
So I'm agreeing with you. Okay. I'm going to leave you with one line and that's it. Fundamentals always beat BS. Are we in agreement?
Okay.
We're in agreement.
Yes.
Fundamentals are key. So it's key to learn the basics, the fundamentals, the braking mechanics, rather perfect one technique rather than a whole plethora of techniques. You in agreement?
Yes.
Which is why you should always go for a Tirico plot. When messes up, throw up a boogie choke.
So this is the whole ethos. Learn the fundamentals, learn the chains, always go for a Tirico platter rather than a reverse triangle because it will work.
Less steps,
Yeah.
more effective.
Yes. And you know what? We won. It was 2-1 to us.
2-1.
Let us know in the
90-minute
comments
winner.
if you think Coach Barber threw the knockout blow on me and Umar, or me and Umar threw the knockout blow. And please let us know, Coach Barber used very cunning tactics because he used
Very,
art of war,
very.
divide and conquer, and me and him were going at each other's necks. I'm going to Tirico platter someone and I'm going to show him. Yeah. But guys, again, it's been a fun podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. We wanted to do something a bit more fun. It's something that we've been discussing over the last couple of, Umar and Coach Barber, we've been discussing probably at home as well, over food or something. And we just wanted to settle it. It's settled. In my opinion, I think my camp won. But I'm sure Coach Barber by his own camp, he thinks he won. In the again, like Coach said, please share, like, subscribe. Let us know in the comments which move do you think are BS. Do you think the moves that Coach Barber said are BS? Are they legit? Let us know. Is there anything you want to say before we finish?
No, but there's one thing left to do, Mr. Tubzi.
But I think we need to make the new individual say it.
No, it's all you. It's all you, Tubzi.
Yeah, so
You're safer.
no, I think
No,
we were
you're
one
safer.
camp.
Zero Saber.
Super Saiyan. Oosh.